Welcome back to another episode here on the CentriCraft server. I am HelixWave, and today I'm going to kind of go over what's been happening here, at least with us. In the last episode, you would have seen Aralize and I conquer an ocean monument and convert it over into a guardian farm, so levels are no longer a problem. It was a hybrid between like the Cortezarino and the Cubfan one. It works really, really well. I cannot recommend removing the entire monument. We did. It made it nearly impossible to place all the soul sand. We certainly couldn't do it one person alone. Like, I was point man with a trident and just clearing mobs out. And as fast as I was clearing them, more were spawning and pack spawning. And poor Aralize like raised his death count pretty high. Right now, Mr. Happy True is on the server and he's loading up his mob farm, so ours is kind of not doing anything. I need to go turn it off. It's got a little switch up top. This is a Nimbomb design. You may have seen a sneak peek of it in a previous video, although I didn't cover it. This is temporary, just more to get creepers and spiders for now. Although I did miss a couple of trapdoors in there, so we will get the occasional skeleton or two. Let's go ahead and turn that off so we don't mess with Mr. Happy Drew's mob spawning. So, I know he's trying to run his slime farm, and I think he has a general overworld mob farm as well. So that should turn it off. And we'll go ahead. That should be... Nope, not flooded. We're going to turn it off in the other one. So we're going to just flip this once and flip that off. That should flood all of the floors for us there. And today, we're going to function F3 and A and reload those chunks real quick because I was missing a big one here. Today, I'd like to go ahead and sort of get the real start of the base done. And any real base starts with storage. And since we have just a ton of shulkers since we've been to the end, and we are using one of the data packs from the HelixWave series, which is the shulkers drop 2 shells each time. 1 shulker kill equals 1 shulker box. So, I mean, some people think it's a little cheaty. I like that data pack, right? So, the shulkers aren't really renewable unless you delete the end or regen those chunks. And that gets to be a pain. So at least initially, we have that as a solution. So I did replace this down here from magma blocks to hoppers, and that was an insane amount of hoppers. But the Nimbomb mobile base in an ender chest, which that's a Nimbomb design as well for this farm. But the mobile base in a shulker box is also a Nimbomb design. And so we'll be building the more lag-friendly version of that he has a video out on. And I'm going to try to find a spot where I want it to be because, you know, it's time to build that base. And so we're going to get started. And I'm going to come back when I get a little bit of the sort of foundation work laid out. But definitely let me know in the comments what kind of build you want me to build on this island. Any projects you may want to see, that sort of thing. We still want to make an iron farm here as well. I know Aralize is thinking about making one or is starting to make one, but I had to gather all the iron for that and this upcoming sorting system by hand. That said, the Badlands, which used to be the Mesas, I think, the Badlands are not bad for iron and gold. It's quite plentiful, so took a few trips to get just that and what we're going to use for this sorting system together so that we could build this. But I'm going to pick a spot probably within range of this so that if I do turn it on and I'm AFK at my base, then I am getting the drops, so I don't have to dedicated AFK over here. So we're going to go ahead and pick that spot, start building it up, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, welcome back. We have picked our spot for our sorting system. In relation to where everything else is, there's the mob farm. There is where we were previously calling home. We've now set our spawn back over here. And so this is kind of the footprint for the storage area. So it's going to be kind of flush with the floor. So shulker boxes go here, here, and here, and all along here. I don't know whether or not I want to use nether brick. I really like nether brick. I just don't know what else really goes with it. I do have to get another wart farm going. But for now, I had more stone brick than anything as I was cleaning up everything else. So, but I do want to try to incorporate some nether brick in without having it look, you know, too ugly. But yeah, so all the redstone for this, your droppers that elevate the items go up there. You'll have some hoppers down here that sort of circulate the items around, as well as ones up here that sort of feed back through the entire system. And of course, hoppers that kind of go just behind where these shulker boxes go. And again, only 3 high. The rest of this footprint is just for the redstone for it. And you'd think since we're on a mushroom island, we don't have to light things up, but when you're dealing with redstone, you should always light it up. So, alright, well, we'll go ahead and start getting the rest of this in, and I'll cut back here in just a moment. Alright, so far, we have at least the initial redstone in. This will be the pulse extender circuit, and the circuit that sort of controls the droppers as well. And one over here should go into the torch tower that sort of controls all the repeaters and the rails that actually control the system. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, so yeah, I'm using dirt as a scaffolding block, but yeah, all the front hoppers are in. Got droppers in as well, and got the droppers across the top as well. I should use my kelp blocks that I've been smelting up, but I don't know where I put them. And yeah, if only I had a sorting system, then I would know where all my stuff is. Oh, wait. Alright, back to the build. Still doing redstone. Getting it all together. Ripped my spoon as well. Efficiency 5. Did not have mending on it, so yep. Gonna have to get a new spoon. Did get all of the bottom hoppers in and pointed in the right direction. Looked for a resource pack that didn't do that weird purple black missing texture bit. Could not find one, so these are very hard to place. So definitely gonna have to look to see about doing that. Anyway, gonna go back to doing redstone, thinking about the shovel I lost. Got a fork, don't have a spoon. Be right back. Alright, the last of the redstone is in place, and hopefully it's working. We're about to do a test. All looks good. I did have to place pistons to push these observers into place because getting those in just wasn't going to happen with those hoppers already in place. So I'm sure there's a way you can if you just don't build those top hoppers first, but we're going to throw one stick in the system. So we're not getting any clicks. If anything, we've made at least a festive holiday light display. So I think I followed everything correctly. We're gonna find out if all goes well. This should be our overflow chest. So these 3, this one, and this one, all the way down are shulkers. This one should be where our stick comes out because there's no place in the system for it because there's no places yet. So if all goes well, this should show a stick soon. Yes. So the item made it all the way through the system. Looks like there's a little extra left over. Perfect, the light turned off. So the storage system framework is complete. Now, woohoo, it is time to start naming and dyeing shulker boxes, and then figuring out what we're going to put in them, and getting organized and making this look a little bit prettier, because right now it's pretty ugly. We're going to have to get some build appropriate blocks for the top here, and start closing this in. And we do have working redstone for our sorter system. Yay! I'll be right back. Alright, so got some shulker boxes in. Not all the ones, so put them up just for there. Gonna need the shulker boxes, sort shulker boxes, it's shulker inception up in here. So we're gonna go ahead and do our final test. I have a ton of dirt, so that's what I used in order to just put in the placeholders, because you need placeholders in order for it to sort things. So I left one hole there. All the rest of these should be filled. Double check. Yes. Good. So this should be our it never made it in chest. So it didn't have a slot in any of these. This is going to be our fill inputs, so things from our farms, shulker box unloader, that sort of thing, should go right here. I'll definitely get a shulker box unloader. Since this room will kind of go like this, I'll probably put the shulker box unloader right here. That way when I get back from mining, I just drop it in. It'll start unloading and unpacking everything, and all of my shulker boxes will just get filled with all the goodies. I may have to put a filter out for the smeltable things, or the ores that need to be processed, and we'll put like a processing room down here. So all of our ores that we get from mining that need to be mined up with a fortune pick will just sort of get filtered out, placed in a room down here, waiting for us to go ahead and process them. Smeltable items like iron should just go ahead and go into a furnace system, probably in the same room, if not an adjacent room. But we're going to go ahead and throw in two different items in the system. Say we're going to throw in 2 pieces of wood and say 3 bricks, stone bricks there. So whatever made it in the system first should have made it. Oh, 2 pieces of wood right there. And now we'll wait for 3 bricks to show up right here. Technically we just wait for the light to go off, but it finishes up a little bit more quickly than that. The light just has a little bit of extra duration for additional items that may process through. So, but yay, this is now ready to go. We can start buckling it up while we're waiting. Of course, my frames are tanked right now, so we may have to light it up even more. So we'll just spam a bunch of light in there, throw some jack-o'-lanterns back there, something. We'll have to get a pumpkin farm going. Any moment now we should get our 3 stone bricks back that we put in the system. Now if this light over here goes off and we don't get our 3 stone bricks, then something got stuck somewhere, or it ended up in an empty slot. Pretty sure I filled all of them with dirt. So let's find out. Let's wait for the paint to dry. That's 2. See if the third one comes through. So that's 2. Do you have an item stuck? Or did I only throw 2 in? Wonder if an item got stuck somewhere. Could have swore for sure that I filled in all of the dirt. Maybe I only put 2 in and I thought I put 3. Tell you what, we'll flush the system with a different item entirely, And we'll see if we get a third one that pulls through. Because if that's the case, I may have to rework some things here. That is just a ton of hoppers up top. Gonna have to do something about that. Probably cover them. I thought that myth was busted, that if you covered them with droppers, that they would be more efficient. This was in the world download of Nimbomb, so I kind of added it. It's important though because they go into there, so these aren't covering it for no reason. These actually serve a purpose, but none of the other ones actually have any kind of covering. I mean, it couldn't hurt, I don't think, but we'll find out. Let's see. Still have two. Yeah, if that stair makes it through, then we're good, and I only put two in to begin with. So we'll just wait on this one more round. So yeah, definitely let me know nether brick versus like stone brick, or a mix of the two, or if you know of a color palette that looks good. I mean, this is kind of yield standard because it's a decent looking block, it's easy to get, those sorts of things. It goes well with several of the gray palette because gray is like the largest palette here. Okay, so the stone brick stairs made it through, so we only put two in the first time. Excellent! So the system works! Now I can start getting organized so we can really have some fun. And we'll get this all cleaned up and looking better. But I do want your guys and gals' input on what this should look like color palette wise. If you know of a block palette that looks good, aesthetically, let me know. I'm more technical than most things, so visually I'm not that great. So definitely let me know. Like I said, we're going to do a shulker sorter over here, or not unloader here, or processing down there, and some smelting. We'll get our ender chest probably right here. Make sure that that is a silk touch, because that would have stunk. Excellent. And we'll get the rest of this cleaned up and sort of set up the way we need to. But I think that'll be it for this episode. This has been another Minecraft CentriCraft episode here on the CentriCraft server. Until next time, see ya!